But can I tell you something? I'm not as infatuated by the Warriors as everybody else. I mean, Curry, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, they're fun. I'm not going to deny that. They're great. But I like the struggle. I like conflict. That's what they look for in movies. We work in Hollywood, right? That Rocky thing, the Star Wars thing, you do realize there's conflict all throughout those movies. The good guy almost always wins. I wouldn't mind the Warriors winning 7 straight titles. But I like conflict. LeBron leaving Cleveland was good for the league. Leaving Miami, going back to Cleveland, it's not as interesting. Everybody's happy now. The Warriors now go on 22-0 runs. The game is so finesse, it seems effortless. Can you imagine in the 90s going on a 22-0 run? I can't. First of all, if it was the Knicks, they'd break your clavicle. And they'd wrestle you. And you'd need 11 baskets straight. Not just now, potentially 7 and a free throw. Sometimes I don't give my kids things because I want it to feel special. I give them Disneyland once a year, not 4 times. We don't do ice cream for breakfast. We do it once a week at night. There's got to be something special about ice cream. The Warriors shoot 31 threes a night, and they're the best ever at it. They've solved the Rubik's Cube. Remember when we used to be kind of fascinated? Oh, the Rubik's Cube. Then kids figured it out in like 14 seconds, and nobody bought the Rubik's Cube. It wasn't interesting. It's like we've solved the three-point line in the NBA. The Warriors are the best ever at it. They're unbelievable. They'll go 82-0, and for this year, it will be fascinating. But I have to wonder if Adam Silver doesn't think it's too easy. They're too good at it. There's a competitive imbalance. I know everybody loves the UConn women's basketball story, and you can never criticize women's sports, but it's boring. They never lose. I like conflict. I like drama. I like the last 7 minutes of Iowa-Michigan State. I didn't enjoy Alabama thumping Florida. I like competition. I like drama. I like it in my movies. I like it in my shows. I even like it in my life. I think sometimes the chaos in my life is good for the show. I think people, I've said this before in comedy. Everybody takes turn being the funniest person in the world. First it's Jim Carrey, and then it's Will Ferrell, and then for a while it's Jon Stewart, and but then they get their 3rd Lexus and their 4th vacation home, and they're not as funny because there's no conflict. Funny is too many kids in a small house in Yonkers and staying married. That's hysterical. Getting a divorce in La Jolla and marrying the pretty secretary is obnoxious. It's 77 every day. Having to use a snowplow in March is kind of funny. And it makes you appreciate the spring and the fall. When I watch the Warriors, I know they're unbelievable. I know they've mastered the 3. But now 19 of 30 teams average 100 points in the NBA. There's no in and out basketball. It's just outside of the arc all the time. It's no longer special. It's going to Disneyland or eating ice cream every morning. And I don't necessarily love the NBA I'm watching right now. The Warriors are the best at it, but I don't think it's as intriguing, to be honest with you, when the game even 5-7 years ago was at least a little more physical and some teams had an interior game. Executives now won't even draft players with good mid-range jumpers. They're bad players. You do get Michael Jordan's the best ever at that. Now he wouldn't fit? I don't love the Warriors act. I like the team. I like the record. It's sort of fascinating. But I want Boston to beat them on Friday to create drama and conflict because I think all sports is better with it.